broadcasting now to some 500 affiliate ABC stations all over America, which I am very, very proud about. Let me start on my right. Right here on my right is Cousin Johnny. John? Well, so welcome back to the United States, John. I was just over in London. I was hoping we'd catch you over there, but we caught you quite a bit when we came back here with all the controversy, etc.
Caught me all right with that hard.
Yeah. Well, I was one of the first on the air when the thing happened, and people started calling me, the newspapers, and they asked me my opinion. It was taken out of context, and I guess I was beginning kind of tired of the whole thing. What is it like? Why do we have in America? Why can't somebody accept a statement of somebody's opinion? Now, what about this compared to England? Can you say things like this in England without being bombarded by the press and radio and television?
Well, I said it in England, you see, and I wasn't bombarded. But see, there's no sort of DJs needing publicity in England. And that's what the scene is.
So this, as far as you feel, this was just a publicity thing that some people came out and
it got out of hand, you know.
It certainly did get out of hand.
Didn't mean it to go so far themselves.
Have you contacted these people that were involved in this thing? Have you personally talked to them?
They didn't show up anywhere, so, you know, I don't really want to see them, whatever they think now.
Well, speaking for many, many millions of people, we dig here the most, and we're so happy that you're here. And believe me, the reception and response is just as big as it's ever been. How about now, Cleveland? What happened in Cleveland? Can you tell us some of the memories there?
Well, it was like sort of madhouse, really. It was great. We were safe from that, and the kids broke through, leaping over a great big fence. And the cops tried to stop them, they couldn't, you know. And we hid back in the caravan for a bit.
John, what about...
Okay.
John, what about the future now? What is going to happen now with the writing and motion pictures, and what do you want to do?
I haven't a clue. Honestly, that's what I'm doing. I'm all over those.
How about if I offered you this microphone right now, and I'd like you to... How about... Everybody's always asking you questions. What do you like about our country, and what do you like about the business? What would you like to say to... We have several million people listening right now. Rather than me throwing a question at you, I'd like to hand you this microphone. What would you say?
Don't give us it.
Army?
Well, don't hand it me. I'm not a famous ad-libber like they think. I don't want to take over the show. It's your show, Bruce. You do it.
John, are you happy with what you're doing? Are you happy with the response of last year?
Yeah, it's been great, you know. The only bother we've had is this little episode, you know. Everything else is great.
And as far as I'm concerned, this little episode is just purely a press thing, the news media, etc. That's it. I don't think your fans... I don't think the fans really care about that.
They interpreted it right, you know. On the ones we did lose, well, we don't want those for people, for fans, anyway.
Right.
They think like that, you know.
Oh, thank you, John. We move over here to Paul. Someone just handed me a card. I guess this is... Last year, when you were on my microphone here...
About Rick Sklar.
Rick Sklar, that's my boss.
Ask Paul about Rick Sklar.
Paul, last year when you were on my microphone, I think somebody, one of your staff, announced an engagement of you and Jane. You remember that? It was announced on the air, and then I remember we said something on the air, and then thousands of people from the street went, oh, what is it with you and Jane now? What is your relationship? Are you planning a marriage? Are you planning an engagement? Are you just boyfriend and girlfriend? What is it? Tell us the whole thing.
We're just queer. That's the scene. That's the scene. But, I mean, I couldn't say that on the air live, you know. No, the thing is, Cousin Bruce, we haven't got plans to marry yet, you know. That's the point. And that business about somebody saying that we're engaged, nobody actually said it. It was another one of these things where someone says, are they engaged? And they say, well, they say, well, yes, folks, they're engaged. And it wasn't true, you know.
I'm sure a lot of girls are very happy with this. What would you look for in a girl? Say if you did eventually want to settle down, what kind of girl would you like? What would you like in a gal that you wanted to marry eventually, bring home to mommy?
Female hormones.
Female, oh no, really, a blonde, brunette, what?
You know, anything. Girls, you know, it doesn't matter if they're blonde, brunette, or anything, as long as they've got it.
And would you want a nice person, right? A beautiful, nice person girl?
Yeah, you know, a nice person girl.
Tell me about Scotland now. You purchased a farm, I understand, recently in Scotland.
Yeah.
Are you planning to settle down there eventually?
No, I just bought it because I like farms, and I like the name of the place. You know, it's just a nice place.
Well, what was your reaction when you first heard about this silly controversy over here with the statement out of context? How did you feel? Were you angry? Were you mad at us? Were you mad at the press?
No, I was just a bit frightened because I wasn't really sure how badly people had taken it over here. And I wasn't sure whether people were going to sort of do the kind of things that you read about in the newspapers, like coming in with masks and things, and all that rubbish. You know, I thought that we might get involved in that side of things. And I just hope we didn't. That was my main reaction.
How do you feel? How do you feel of the reaction? Do you feel that this has hurt you?
No, listen, I think that the whole thing has been cleared up very well, in fact. I didn't expect it to be cleared up this well. I expected when we came and John gave his explanation that people would still not take the explanation and think he was still trying to be offensive. But in fact what happened was, as soon as John said it, I mean, a lot of religious people said, well, that's it, that's what we've been saying all along, religion is sort of on the decline, and it shouldn't be. And it took someone like John to say it, which I thought was a good thing.
And like John said, over in England, you can say a thing like this. Why can't we take statements like this? Have you given this any thought? No, I'm asking you this because it's not. I don't want you to insult anybody, but I'm asking your personal opinion now, Paul McCartney. Why aren't we ready for a thing like this? Why can't John Lennon anywhere make a statement like this? And why can't we accept this? It's
really much too big a thing just to go into like that. If you want sort of my real opinion, because it involves everything. It involves the whole bit about America revolving around money, which is why this whole thing started, that the fellow wanted publicity for his station, which was going downhill. And so he picked up on it. And then it involves a lot of bigotry. But there's a lot of bigotry in every country, But there just happen to be more people in the States, and the whole thing snowballs, And there are millions of minor reasons which contributed to the whole thing.
The biggest reason, because you are probably four of the best known men in the world today, best loved, I'm sure, and therefore you become a controversial point right away. We move over to George. So I think fellas like you, thank you, Paul.
Okay.
Hey, George.
Hello.
Boy, I dig your outfit right now. Yes, I sure do. How have you been this past year?
Well, not so bad, getting by.
Now, tell me, George, we were talking before. What is Indian music? Now, what is this sudden
Music that comes from India.
India? What makes a difference than music that comes from England or from Istanbul or from the United States? What is Indian music?
Oh, it's just a whole different thing, It's just a different thing. It's like the difference between an English man and an Indian man. It's that different. Indian music is very different. I can't just tell you in a few minutes, just buy a record and listen to it.
In your opinion, what way is music going right now? Are we going back to the hard rock? Are we going back to the early Beatles stage? Are we going to the Bob Dylan type thing? Nashville, Detroit? Where is music going from here, in your opinion?
Well, music's going every place, and there's so many people making music that you can't say that it's going one particular way. The way I feel that some of the music, or the music I like, is going, is that people are writing songs more or less concerning themselves or concerning what's happening now, rather than just, I love you, boop boopy doo. Thank you.
George, let me ask you this now. If you had your choice, what profession would you like to go into? What would you like to do besides what you're doing now?
I'd like to be a bricklayer.
Bricklayer, why?
Well, it's good laying bricks.
Very good pay?
Yeah.
Thank you, George. Let me get over here. Ringo?
Yes, Bruce?
Let me ask you now. I'd like to ask you about your family, if I may. Do you miss them when you go on trips like this?
Yes.
How about the boy? Can you tell us something about Zach? What do you want to know? Well, I wonder what type of boy he is. Is he a happy lad? Do you play with him, at home? Do you get together like a normal daddy does?
Yes to all of them.
Yes to all of them. Do you would you like to have more time for the baby?
I have quite enough, The thing is, I'm only away for 3 weeks, and then I'll be home for 6 months. So I see more of him than most working people do, because they're out from 9 to 5 or something, and I'm there all day, Not just I see him every minute.
You would like to spend some more time with the baby?
Yeah, I enjoy all the time I have with him.
Ringo, we had an album that was released here in the United States. Now the infamous album cover. The fellas dressed as butchers. What was behind that? Why was it released? And I know it upset everybody. What actually happened with that? What does it mean?
Well, first of all, we did it because we went to 3 minutes we've got, folks. Then you can switch off. We went to a session. Everyone's leaving here, folks, George.
See you, Ringo.
See you, George. Have a good time.
Have a good time.
Anyway, about the cover, we just did it for the photographer. He thought it was a good idea at the time, and he just put coats on us and draped meat on us. We didn't mind, We we just look at it as a photo, you know, we don't read anything into it. And people sort of said it was terrible.
Was that picture released in England?
No, it wasn't. It was just because in America usually they have different covers, you know. And someone came up with 3 photos of the same shot and said, pick one of them for your LP in America, and we picked one. And then we had all this trouble, but I believe that it was withdrawn and they sent them out again with a new cover on, and people are peeling them off.
They're peeling
So
them off.
why bother, you know? I mean, it's back again to a few people moaning, so they have to do something.
Now, Shea Stadium tomorrow, thousands and thousands of your fans will be there. Looking forward to the concert tomorrow?
Yeah, it's great, you know. America's always good. I always enjoy touring.
So, I know I'm going to speak for a lot of my people listening right now. The Beatles are not upset at what has happened here. You are happy to be here. You feel welcome here.
Yeah. And I don't think it's harmed our performances, because last year we were playing in smaller places where we were playing to 10 or 12,000. Now we play to 20 or 30. It doesn't matter if the place owns 50 or 60. We're still playing to 30,000, which is triple what we played last year.
Ringo, do you still have that St. Christopher's medal that we found to use that for?
Thank you very much. I've still got it. Still have it with me.
Good.
I hope we don't lose it this year.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to let you go because I know you must be exhausted.
Well, yes, Bruce, you know.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Hello to everybody.
Right, Ringo. Thank you very much. That's nice. Okay, everybody, there you heard an exclusive interview right now.